Hello, Pisces. Grand Rising, you guys. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into a reading that's talking about what you don't see coming, basically. Okay? We're going to see why you don't see it coming. We're going to see who's involved, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested in figuring it out and working through it, be sure to stick around, okay? Y'all know what to do, okay? What do? Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope these messages help you. Don't bring anything into your life that does not belong. Thank you so much to all my members, my moderators, and subscribers for your support. Thank you so much, you guys, for your positivity, your donations, your contributions to the channel, your comments. Get in the comments, let me know if it's resonating. Okay. It feels a little stiff. It feels a little stiff, you guys, this morning, okay? There could be something that you don't see coming because of the fact that there are things that you're really focusing on or trying to work out in your life. So it could just be like a lapse in awareness, but it's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? I just need to shuffle a few more times. If y'all want to book a reading, I reposted the discount code for Pisces B-Day season just so that it can be at the top of the post section for you guys. So check it out if you want to book. You can click the link in the description box for my LINKTREE. That has all the links available that you can use if you need them. So let's see for Pisces, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God. When it comes to what Pisces does not see coming, what don't they see coming? Ooh, the Empress. Why you don't see it coming or what's blocking you? The Chariot. Okay. What is your intuition telling you? The Queen of Swords. Dang. So you don't see something coming because things are moving so quickly. It could also be time is moving quickly. It could also be that you're maybe moving or relocating. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of like action going on, it feels like. But your intuition is telling you that you know something is true. Your intuition is telling you that you are correct, that you are right, that something you're investing your energy into is going to pay off in a very abundant, prosperous way. Okay. You just don't see that it's actually going to happen. That's what it feels like to me. Okay. Who's involved? The Two of Wands. Why they're involved? The Queen of Coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. How you view them. The Eight of Cups. And then let's see. The advice, the possible outcome. Oh, so what your intuition is telling you is the Queen of Swords. And the possible outcome is that your intuition is going to be proven correct because you can see intuitively. What's hidden? The Moon. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of major arcanas out here. The Empress, the Chariot, the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Moon. Strong Cancer energy, Virgo energy, you Pisces, and also possibly a Taurus or a Libra. Okay. I almost said Aries. And there go the sirens. Ooh, and at the bottom we have the Magician. Wow. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. June could be significant, especially with this Cancer season energy. The end, let me see. The end of June is Cancer season, and the beginning of July is Cancer season. So yeah, I feel like you guys don't see some type of abundance coming. Some of you don't see motherhood coming. If you're a feminine energy who can have children, some of you really do not see that motherhood is coming towards you or that you will be a mother. Okay. Some of you who are mothers or parents, I should say, don't see that your daughter is going to start like flowering, or her cycle is going to come, especially if you have a teenage daughter. Some of you don't see as a parent that your daughter might become pregnant. Okay. Let me just see though, because I'm just talking. Let's look into it, Pisces. Oh, snap. I just hit the table. Let's look into it. What you don't see coming. Why is this Empress card what Pisces does not see coming? Why is this Empress card what Pisces does not see coming? The Seven of Cups reversed. I feel like the Seven of Cups reversed is you not seeing an option or not seeing a way that something can happen. I'm not sure exactly what you don't think is possible, but there's something here that you don't think is possible. You don't see a way forward. See? Chariot and the Hangman. And I feel like that's why the Chariot is what's blocking. You don't see a possibility for something to happen. But I just saw the Temperance card flip a little bit to show itself, which is basically saying that even if you don't see a way, God sees a way, Spirit sees a way, Source sees a way. Okay. What's the Seven of Cups reversed with the Empress? Yeah. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like you don't see an opening, or you don't see a possibility or an opportunity to get into something. You don't see how something could be a possibility. Four of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. You're waiting for the right opportunity, or you're waiting for the right opening. This could be at work too. Like, it kind of feels like a situation that's similar to you working a job that you're kind of wanting to advance in, but you don't see any postings, right? Or if you're working a job you don't like and you want to maybe switch to a different company or something like that. You may be looking on their website and you don't see any new requisitions for a position. So because you don't see some type of opening, you don't think that it's a possibility for you to get what you want, or you don't see that there's a possibility for you to be let in, because you're thinking, oh, well, in order for me to work at this company, they have to post an application. And if they don't post an application, I don't see a way in. So it's kind of like you're envisioning a situation in a way where you're looking for a door to just be open, when in reality, I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you that you have to create the door and open it yourself, or you just have to open doors on your own. That's what it's looking like for me. Some of you don't see a way to do something because you feel like financially there's no opening. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to be very logical about a situation, but part of this, I feel, may be because people tell you to stop being so dreamy. People tell you to stop being quote unquote delusional. So therefore you feel like you have to be logical about this. But what the key is balance. Okay. Spirit is not saying that Spirit's not saying that you shouldn't be dreamy. Spirit's not saying that you shouldn't imagine, because I feel like what you're doing is manifesting with that Knight of Cups and opening. But at the same time, you may be blocking yourself because you feel like you have to wait for the opening. You have to wait for the right opportunity, when in reality, you just have to do something and then create the opportunity from you just doing it. Okay. I don't think you're confused, but I feel that you don't see this clarity coming. You don't see this opportunity coming. You just don't see a way for something to happen, or you don't know that it's going to be an opportunity. Like you don't, it hasn't been presented to you yet. So I think that's part of it too. Like, what you don't see coming is that you're going to be presented with an offer. Okay. And some of you may have already been presented with an offer, but you don't know how you're going to be able to do it, because maybe you have to relocate. Maybe you have to travel. Maybe you need a car and you don't have a car. There's something that you feel like is blocking you. Let's see. What's the Chariot? Why is the Chariot here for what's blocking Pisces? The King of Pentacles. the World card, and the Knight of Wands. You could have I don't know, you might have a partner or spouse who's blocking you, or a parental figure who's blocking you. What's the King of Pentacles for the Chariot? Two of Cups. Or you don't want to tell somebody that you're moving on or moving forward. There's somebody who's comfortable with you where you are. There's someone who's comfortable with who you are and what you're doing right now. This could even be you for some of you guys. Like, you could be very comfortable in a position that you're in any situation. And you feel like it would be a major move or a major pivot. For some of you, it's, the work that you have to put into something that makes you not want to do it. Or it's the work that you have to put into something to make you think it's not possible. You may think that you can't do this work, or you don't know how to do this work. There's something about like the amount of effort that it would take to transition that I feel like is blocking you or making you feel like something is impossible. But we also have the Magician at the bottom with the Queen of Cups. Somebody's manipulating you through communication to make you think that you can't do something, or to make you think your life is over, or to make you think you're too old. There's something about that. Or maybe to make you think you're too young or inexperienced. There's something that a person around you is telling you, or that society is telling you, social media is telling you, things that you're seeing online. There's something that's sending a manipulative message that's not really true to you about why this would be too hard, or why you don't have enough, or why you wouldn't be accepted. And that's a fallacy. That's a lie. It's like somebody is going, look at this. Look at your fupa. Nobody's going to want to look at you with that fupa. Look at your face, or I don't know what it is. It's like somebody is saying, oh, because of this or because of that, you won't be accepted here, or you won't be able to move there, or you won't be able to do this. But they're manipulating your emotions through communication. But I think mostly what they're doing when they manipulate you is making you think that you have to stay where you are because they're comfortable with you staying where you are. What your intuition is telling you is the Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords what Pisces' intuition is telling them? The Knight of Wands. Yeah. Five of Cups. Eight of Wands. Yeah, your intuition is telling you that right now you're not fulfilled with something, or you're no longer satisfied with where you are. Your intuition is telling you right now that whatever you're doing, you're not really passionate about what it is, or you're not really like getting what you feel like you deserve out of whatever this is. What's the Knight of Wands with the Queen of Swords? Your intuition is also telling you that if you take action, things will move quickly, or you will gain some type of assistance from spirit to move forward. That's what your intuition is telling you, that you have to just do something. You have to take some type of action. You have to take the steps. And as you take the steps, you will be supported from your spirit team or from people around you. People may cheer you on. But there's this knowledge that not everyone is going to be happy for you, but that you should still progress anyway, because there's something you need to say, or there's something that you know that needs to be communicated. Your intuition is telling you to speak up. What's the Knight of Wands? See. The Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, and I feel like this is basically you not speaking up, and your intuition telling you that you need to speak up, or that you need to say what you need to say that you need to communicate. Yeah. You need to create your own doors. That you have something to offer. You see some type of future, or you see some type of information clearly. You've been given visions. You've been given messages. You've been given some type of clarity from source that you need to share. It's like your intuition is telling you that you have what you need despite whatever fear that you could be feeling. Some of you have been rejected in the past when you tried to do whatever this is. Some of you have been rejected in the past, or you rejected yourself, you self-sabotaged, things like that. But it's like now with the Queen of Swords, especially in this deck, ain't nothing to play with. The Queen of Swords in this deck is like a warrior. Isn't there a song talking about I am a warrior? I know Andre 3000, when he made that album, The Love Below, I know he said, you are the prototype. We'll tiptoe to the sun and do things I know you like. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you are afraid of people wanting to like ridicule you or ostracize you, banish you, cancel you. Who's involved? Why is this Two of Wands? Who's involved? Why? Why is the Two of Wands? Who's involved? The Eight of Swords. Sirens again. Yeah, it's like the people who rejected you in the past, it's heavily on your mind. Yeah, King of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. You're thinking a lot about the time, energy, and effort that you feel like may have been wasted when you have tried to do things that you felt like you were called to do in the past. You're thinking about how people responded when you tried to do things that you did in the past. It's like a warning in your mind that's going off as a protection mechanism because of the way that you were rejected and the way that you were ostracized and like banished. That's the word. Exiled. That's what it is. I feel like you don't want to be exiled, but you're at a crossroads right now because your mind is grappling with what you've experienced already and the pain that it's caused, or the frustration that it's caused, the waste that you feel like you experienced. You're grappling with those past emotions in addition to the future that you see. So it's like contradictory. You see what you want in the future. You see what you're called to do in the future. You see what Spirit is trying to deliver you when it comes to your gifts being used. But that's in contrast with the past and how you tried to use those gifts. But, you were basically exiled for it. And right now in the current moment, it's creating a difficult choice. What's the Eight of Swords with the Two of Wands? The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, that's what it is. Two of Pentacles. You see what I'm saying? Do you have the time? Do you have the energy? Literally, being exhausted. Okay, so why the Two of Wands is involved? The Queen of Coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like because you're trying to protect yourself, other people's opinions and what you've experienced in the past and how you may not have felt like you succeeded before plays a role because you're trying to protect yourself. Why is the Queen of Wands? Why? The Ace of Wands, the Emperor, and the Page of Wands. Okay. What's the Ace of Wands with the Queen of Coins? Two of Pentacles reversed. the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. You've been wanting to accomplish something for a long time. You've had this goal for a really long time. And you've been excited about something. You've been motivated to do something for a really long time. But there's just so many things that play a role. Like there's so many things that are factored in to you not only being able to do whatever this is, but also you being successful when it comes to achieving the goal. Some of you definitely have a masculine energy. It feels like it's a Taurus, possibly an Aries, maybe I wanted to say Libra almost by accident. I was trying to say Virgo or Capricorn, maybe even a Cancer. So it's like somebody is here. It feels like controlling the outcome or trying to manipulate the outcome that you'll receive because they want to manipulate what you're able to do or how you feel about yourself. It's like if you're not worried about what other people are saying online or social media, or if you're not worried about the general public, it's kind of like you're worried about being homeless or you're worried about being put out. So I don't know if this is a parent, a parental figure, or if this is a spouse, but I feel like there's a masculine energy kind of controlling or dictating the decisions that you make or the way that you see your possibilities. Okay. I don't know if this is someone from the past and the echoes and ghosts of things that they told you are coming up to conflict your thoughts, but there's definitely a masculine energy here doing that. Okay. Some of you have responsibilities with the Emperor card showing up prior to this. Like you have family, you have children, you have bills that you have to pay. So it's like you can't just go off and do what it is that you want to do. But I think what Spirit is trying to get you to see is that they do have support that is allotted to you taking the steps to start whatever this is or to do whatever this is. So once you exhibit and put forth the effort to say, I've made my decision, I want to do this is what I'm focusing on, and you kind of put the fears or negativity of the past behind you and you just do it, they're going to support you. It feels like in a financial way, in maybe a collaborative way with other people. They're going to send in the support that you need. Eight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, because that was what we saw over here. They're going to send in the support that you need to protect you or give you some type of reinforcement to actually do this. And it's like your intuition is telling you that. But I think because you don't see it in front of your face, that's what's making you doubt that it's possible. Okay. You may be afraid of getting cut off from someone or someone like this. This could even be like a relationship. Like some of you guys are married or partnered with someone. And because it's like something about you doing what you want to do would put a wrench in the plans of your family unit. Right? So you may have a husband or wife or a spouse, somebody who you are partnered with, who has a lot of things that they have to do. And what you do right now is contingent upon what someone else is able to do. And the thing about it, like, okay, when you're married, right? If you want to start a business, but it's going to require you not to maybe be able to pick up your kids from school, or it's going to require you may not be available to drop everything and go check on your kids at daycare or pick them up or cook dinner every night or do laundry. Like whatever that is, that's what I'm feeling. That's what's blocking. And that's what I feel like the Magician was with the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups, this King of Pentacles and this Emperor card. I feel like somebody else is manipulating you into thinking that you can't do what you really want to do because of some type of obligation that you feel to keeping things in order in that relationship. And I don't know exactly what that is, but it's a manipulation, because what I really feel is that whoever that person is could actually pick up more of the slack and get off their fucking ass and help you do more things that they feel like it's your responsibility to do. And we've been talking about somebody putting their burdens on you. So how you feel about this person, Eight of Cups. Ooh, Queen of Wands just fell out. You're gaining some type of confidence. The way that you feel about this person is that they no longer satisfy you. They no longer fulfill you. They're not giving you what you need in the situation. And they've been noticing that you're getting more confidence when it comes to having a new beginning, leaving them behind, having this leap of faith, trust in the universe. So that's why they're trying to communicate with you and manipulate you into thinking that you can't do what you want to do. Because they know that you're starting to see that you can. And they don't want to lose their comfortability in the way of life or the benefits that you provide for them. What's the Queen of Wands with the Eight of Cups? Why is the Eight of Cups how Pisces feels about this person who's involved? Oh my God. The Temperance card just flipped all around. Yeah, you're starting to dip a toe. Dip a toe. Okay, you starting to dip a toe. Four of Swords and the Judgment card. You've had some type of revelation that's opened up your mind to the possibility of what you really want to do being a reality. Spirit is trying to wake you up. Spirit is trying to give you a warning. Spirit is trying to help you understand and see clearly what's going on in this situation. So it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to face it. This could be a Sagittarius. Some of y'all, this could be your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your baby mama, your baby daddy, your sister, your brother. Somebody is in here manipulating your thoughts and talking to you and telling you things that aren't actually true. Or they may be true, but they're twisting it to project onto you what they want you to think. Okay? I feel like you're not telling this person as many things as you were telling this person before, or Spirit is advising you that you need to not let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. What's the Temperance and the Queen of Wands? One more card for this Eight of Cups. Ten of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you feel like you're going to betray somebody by walking away, but you're starting to feel like you need to walk away. Like at first, maybe a few months ago, you might have felt like if you renege on your obligation or your promise that you would be a traitor, but you're starting to realize that that's what that person was trying to make you think or feel, and it's not actually true. You're starting to not be so volatile in your feelings about this. You know that something's gotta go. Doing something on your own, having to do something on your own, or having to do something your way is starting to be more appealing to you, and it's starting to sink in that that's what you're going to have to do. Okay. Yeah. Six of Wands. You're starting to pay more attention to your worth, to your value. And it's like you're realizing that a majority of the value, the majority of the work, the majority of the effort is something that you're putting in, and a majority comes from you. So it's like, if I'm doing all of this stuff now and I want to take on this business, or I want to take on this new creative endeavor, whatever it is, and you have a problem with it, why? That's Nine Wands. A lot of y'all are starting to turn your back and put up a boundary. I feel like you're starting to pay attention to how many delays this person has caused you, or this belief, because it could be a belief. Some of you are just afraid of like the social media space, because a lot of people are harsh and cruel, and a lot of you are throwing away or getting rid of the belief that you have to just stay quiet to protect yourself. You're starting to gain more courage. Okay. So what's hidden with this moon card? Why? Judgment reversed. Seven of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you guys, your own talent is what's hidden. What's the Judgment in reverse for why this moon card is what's hidden? The Eight of Cups. The Devil and the Star. Yeah, it just feels like you don't see what's going to happen when you actually walk away from whatever you're attached to. It's not it's the devil card. But I also feel like there's something that's attaching to you from someone else because you're staying in a situation or you're doing something that you don't really like to do. Like if you work for a company that you're sick of and you're tired of their practices, but excuse me, you want to go apply somewhere else, but you feel like you can't because there's no applications open or there's no availability, whatever you think is blocking you from leaving this horrible company. You have to understand that there are a lot of secrets and things that are going on underneath the surface to, like, there's a spiritual aspect of this where an entity or something that's floating around within the aspects of this individual or within the aspects of this company or within the dynamics of this situation, there's an entity floating around that is tasked and assigned with keeping star seeds or star people of a higher vibration stuck. That's their task. So that job is there set up to trap you, or they're doing things underhanded underneath the table that you don't see. And therefore, karmically, because you work for them and they pay you, and the energetic transfer of funds through your money and paycheck is coming back on you in some type of negative way because you work for this company. But you feel like you have to because the fear of being broke or the fear of being homeless overpowers your belief in yourself. So it's kind of like when you listen to, people like Lil Uzi, and he talks about how he worships the devil, and then he tells all his fans and people who listen to him that y'all are stupid because you going to hell right with me. It's kind of that type of vibe, like guilty by association energy. So what's hidden is that what actually is the moon card? What actually is the moon card? The world. Interesting. So what's hidden is that cycle of abuse is going to cease. What's hidden is that when you walk away from something, you're going to feel like you made a bad decision because you don't know what's coming in the future. And it's going to feel like you made a horrible decision. It's going to feel like that these doubters or these naysayers were correct. But that's not true because there's something that hasn't been revealed. I feel like the full moon is associated with this somehow. Or at the end of the year, you're going to see clearly everything that was going on. But the Strength card is here with the 5 of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're going to feel this sadness, this loss, this regret. It's a natural thing. If you already took steps to step away from a marriage or a relationship or a partner or a spouse or a family dynamic that was toxic or a job that was toxic, if you already have taken steps to do this, a lot of you guys are struggling right now to believe in yourself because the onset of those decisions is initially challenging. The onset of those decisions are initially stressful and anxious for you. But what you don't see is how this is going to end up paying off. Right now, you think something is a bad decision, but you don't see that it's actually going to be a really good choice. What's the advice? Why is the Hermit the advice for Pisces? Hermit. So go within. Go within. Take stock of your feelings and emotions based on an internal interpretation and not an external influence. Yeah, the High Priestess. Your intuition is telling you to go on this journey because you're going to discover magical things. You're going to find blessings along the way that you don't necessarily see right now. Yeah, Chariot. Discover yourself. The Emperor and the Ace of Swords. I feel like you have a duty as well to yourself, not only for your own fulfillment, but because of what your gifts are. A lot of you have been given gifts that you're being called to use and you feel like you have to use, but that you feel so stuck in these cycles that you feel like you're not going to be able to, but like this is the truth. You're going to find clarity along this journey. You're going to understand a lot along this journey. Why is the High Priestess the possible outcome? I feel like the possible outcome with the High Priestess, especially with this deck, is that you're going to end up creating your own story. That's what this is. Confirmation. You're going to create your own story. Why is the High Priestess the possible outcome? Okay, Four of Swords, Hierophant, and the Ten of Cups. Because every day you're going to consistently be at peace. There's no limit. Like, it's like every day you're going to be challenged in a positive way. Every day you're going to learn something new. Every day you're going to feel fulfilled. It's not going to feel like mundane repetition. You're also going to get more rest. You're going to be able to sleep more. You're going to be able to put the pain of the past behind you. Nine of Swords and the Page of Cups. It's like overcoming some type of fear, for sure. What's the Magician in all of this? Why? Why the Magician at the bottom of the deck? The Sun. Whatever this is supposed to be for you. It's like, it's supposed to be for you. This is what's going to free you. Knight of Swords, Three of Swords. Once you get this off your chest, it's like there's going to be some type of breakthrough when it comes to where you're manifesting. I told you guys before about manifesting from a place of lack brings more lack. Yeah, the Emperor. Something about this Emperor. There could be a person in a prominent position that's going to see you and like support you in some way. But this could also be you taking control of a situation and feeling more free because you're in control. It's like this is what this is all happening because you're being trained in the ways of like magic, manifestation. Okay. Law of attraction, all these things. Justice. I just feel like someone who's trying to control your happiness or someone who's trying to control your freedom or accessibility or visibility, they will win if you don't stand up. They will. They will win if you don't get up off the floor. They will win if you don't make a decision now to do what you've been asked to do. And nobody wants to hear about this because everybody wants to wallow in their own fucking self-pity. Everybody wants to be on these platforms looking at tarot readings to wallow in their own self-pity or, you know, laugh at someone else who they think is getting karma. You're an idiot. Stop. Look at it for what it is. See the importance of the cards and what they're telling you for what it is, okay? And for those of you who understand that and you're gaining something from these readings, shout out to you because you're about to have a major, major blessing in your life because you're taking these steps. Because you're finally snapping out of the fucking bullshit. And I commend you and congratulate you. What else does Pisces need to know? Netflix and chill. The ex thinking of you. Yeah, I feel like somebody is just not giving you what you need. Like they're not spending any time with you. I don't know. It's just somebody's overpowering your mind. What else does Pisces need to know? Guidance. Spiritual attack. And caught. I feel like you're being guided to a place where whatever spiritual attacks that you've been experiencing won't affect you anymore. And you're being guided away from a problem. Like I'm saying, there's something here that somebody's going to get persecuted for. And I know you guys, you know, I just said what I said. But somebody here is going to be like reprimanded or caught up for something. And you're being guided away so that you don't get caught up in that as well. I also feel like someone here who's like super obsessed with you could definitely be in a position where they're going to have something else to focus on so that they can't be so involved in what's going on with you. One more card that Pisces needs. Dating. Interesting. So you apparently need to know that new love is coming. You're going to have options back on the market. Go watch The Underground. It's linked in the LINKTREE. Desire. Somebody is going to desire you in intimacy. Yeah, some of you guys want a relationship. Somebody's going to desire to spend time with you. I feel like you're being guided away from people, places, and things that don't actually care about you or want to be around you. Okay. What's the advice for Pisces? Darkness. Yeah, search for the light. Your spirit team is trying to help you see the light. Soul family and a new journey. They're trying to help you make it through this dark time. Make it through these conflicts. Reach the light so that you can see clearly who it is that you really are. Because I feel like a lot of you guys that are on the right track and your head is on straight really need to get excited because there's something positive that's happening. Even if it's not like professionally, I feel like whether it's professional, personal, financial, platonically with your family, friends, relationships, like there's something happening here that you don't see coming that's going to be really, really positive and abundant in your life. And you will have, because your head is on straight and you're not waiting for somebody to get their karma, you will have the reassurance and the fulfillment from whatever this is to know that you did this in co-creation and collaboration with your spirit team and source. You were the one who had the courage to stand up and finally take a stand or finally move away from something that you knew was not serving you. And it will bring even more peace to your soul for being able to actually have the courage to do it. So I hope that helped you guys. Book your readings. The link is in the description box below. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. And Pisces, I'll see y'all next time. Remember, this is our Circle Boost. Bye.